Hello.
Hi,
Good evening to you.
not so good.
Why? I like the one at your
Come on.
It's
Oh,
cute.
what?
It's
You can see
cute.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I can.
Actually, my brother just studied yesterday, and he chose this player. Come
It's
on.
cute, actually.
Or,
Oh.
oh, this is the previous one that he chose. Come on, the first one he chose this, and the second one he chose this.
Oh, this one. I like this
I
one.
organ I organize put this to make students feel happy when they are studying, but I can't understand. Am I on the beach?
Oh yeah. It's like that. You're on the beach or somewhere else. Ah, here. Good thing it's raining is because it's very, very hot.
This one?
Can you change?
Or this one?
Oh, that's cute.
I don't like this one. Or maybe this.
Oh, you can use that one, of course. It's up to you.
Or this one is very good in the COVID-19 pandemic. Pretty good.
Even though we are having a virtual class or the online class, you need to wear your mask.
Anyway, just put the or let's put this one.
Okay, so how was the man you mentioned before the last time?
Oh, that is actually a pretty long story. Because it's the Mid Autumn Festival, but the police officer cannot go to celebrate the festival with their family. So
Mm,
that's why my mother bring them a moon cake, some pies, and some
mm.
apples. And when they picking the moon cake, and they nearly put it in the mouth to swallow it, they drop it
Why?
with
Why?
a reason. It is they found something. The reason is you um like this. Before, they thought there is a car that is pushing the man, but when they saw something like a brick on the street, they didn't think that it is lucky that is on the it is lucky that is on the street. So when they follow the blood that the man has, they found that the man has gone fall over from the fifth floor when he is building. They found the reason.
So that means that's an accident.
Yes, and unfortunately he don't has a helmet at that time, so that's why we still see the brain. The brain is popping out.
Hmm. I can imagine that because I've seen a lot of street accidents, like um, hit by a car or hit by a motorcycle, and that's how
Oh, come on. In Vietnam, it is so common.
it's common. It's I'm afraid to. I'm afraid on that. If every time I see that one, I feel like I
But
can't
come on. Today I have lots of things to do instead of
like.
the sad stories.
Mm,
Worksheets. Come on. Everywhere.
worksheet is everywhere.
Today I
Worksheet
found I
is
have
everywhere.
two math ones, two Vietnamese ones,
Oh,
and two English one that is there. I
But it's
just
fine.
finished three of them.
Oh, so you got only one left.
So that no, I have two math, two Vietnamese, and two English, total of six.
So you have to finish at least three tonight before you go to sleep.
Yes, three worksheets for 1 hour. So that average one piece of this spends about 20 minutes, but this Vietnamese one has a paragraph, so at least 40 minutes. So
Mm,
each of the last one has 10 minutes to do. Come on.
yes. It's a bit a lot.
I can't. So that means that today I'm not going to relax again.
It's fine. After you can have your, you can finish your assignment, then you can relax.
So
Okay.
that's why please don't hope that I will give you the assignment early, or I'm not going to give it to you. I promise. I'm very busy with, first one is my teaching schedule, the
Mm,
second one is my study at class, and the third one is like I I feel pretty I feel I'm pretty nervous about the 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 schedule of my class. Like
mm,
each of the morning, I have to wake up at 6 o'clock, brush my teeth, and eat breakfast at just 15 minutes, and then I have to study at 7. Then I have to study all the way at 12. I have 1 hour to relax, and then at 1 p.m. I still have to study again until 6.
that's kind of a lot. I mean, that's kind of burden to you. But it's
Yes.
fine. I know you can.
So that was I am very happy when it is in the weekend, but even Saturday I'm not going to relax.
Mm,
This one. This one I have to finish in my extra math class, and this one is the Vietnamese class.
mm. Okay, it's fine.
So I'm very apologize you if I can't give you the assignment,
It's fine. I
but
understand.
I think that you can know that how I'm very stressful when I do
I
this
know
kind of
that.
works.
I understand because being a student is not easy. I know how hard it is. Okay, so let's continue with our lesson from the last.
Just finish early for me so I can finish my homework early.
Yes, no
And
problem.
so
Mm. Okay, so do you often receive gifts or presents for your birthday?
yes, but as you know that I'm pretty that I'm getting older. I'm not
Mm.
as young as before. So that's why gifts or present is much lower than before. Or sometimes I just receive some of the small gifts like a pencil or a pen, or and
Oh.
most a pencil case, but not big one. Like when I was 5 years old, I very hope that I have a real dream. And I
Mm.
hope that my dreams will come true. But as I get older, I know that my parents are pretty busy, so that's why my parent that I sometimes and a little bit rarely that I receive gifts or presents, and when I receive them, it's just small things, but it contains lots of hopeness and lots of um, like lots of love from my parents gave it to me
Mm.
in my birthday for hope of a lot. I can have a lot of knowledge. I can i can i can grow as an adult, and I can do lots of things when I start a new age.
Mm. It's fine as long as you stay kind. I mean, every time you receive a small or a big gift, even whether it is small or big, you have to say thank you. Okay. So let's have the part for questions 20 to
Come
25.
on.
Look at the six sentences for this part. So you will hear a conversation between a father and his daughter, Sonia. Decide if each sentence is correct or incorrect. So if it is correct, choose the letter A for yes, and if it is not correct, choose the letter B for
I'm
no.
I'm a little surprised with the first one when you asked the question. I thought they were speaking, but just continue those listening. And the second one that I can't believe that they give a Chevrolet as a birthday gift.
Oh, we don't know those richest people. It's easy for them to give a
Oh, and my brother said that. Oh, when I was more than 30, a little bit about 39, nearly 40, a little bit more than 30 or nearly 40, I will wish that each of the year I will give you a house as a
oh,
present. So
wow.
each of the year you will change your house. But my present said that no, at that moment I'm very old, so I cannot travel a lot of places. But I said no, I'll buy each of the year. I'll buy a train for you, a plane for you for travel
Wow.
everywhere in the world. Maybe it's come true, but he's a little bit ugly. He's a little bit not intelligent. He's normal, not bad, but he is not as intelligent for buy each of the year will buy a plane or an airplane and a house for the parents, their parents. I, I I can't believe my ears when I'm here.
Let's see. Maybe we don't know he will become a famous CEO in the country, in your country, so he can buy you that one. Okay, so let's continue.
Now turn to part 4, questions 20 to 25. Look at the 6 sentences for this part. You will hear a conversation between a father and his daughter Sonia. Decide if each sentence is correct or incorrect. If it is correct, put a tick in the box under A for yes. If it is not correct, put a tick in the box under B for no. You now have 20 seconds to look at the questions for part 4. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully. You will hear the recording twice.
So, this time next week you'll be 18.
I can't believe it.
Neither can I. You don't seem a day over 10.
Thank you.
Anyway, have you thought what you'd like for your birthday?
Well, I wondered whether I could have driving lessons.
But we don't have a car.
I know, but it would be useful to know how for when I have my own car.
But you're still at school. How could you afford a car?
But most people in my class are having driving lessons.
Well, maybe their parents can afford a car. There's no point in having lessons if you can't practice.
Maria says I can practice with her family's car.
Oh, so you've discussed it with Maria. And I wonder what her parents would say if they knew. Do you know how much car insurance costs?
Yes, it's expensive. But I could get a job on Saturday or Sunday and help pay for it. If I could drive, I could probably get a job more easily. You know, delivering things or taking people to places.
Yes. Why not? My daughter Sonia with her own taxi service. Where do you think you're going to get a car?
I thought I would drive other people's.
Look, I know you want to be like your friends, but it's not sensible to think of driving until you can afford your own car. Why don't I pay for you to have a lesson so that you can see what it's like? And if the day ever comes when I'm rich, I'll be happy to help you buy a car. Now, what would you like for your birthday?
Okay, Dad, you win. But I'd still like to begin saving. Anyway, until then, What I'd really like would be to go out to dinner with you and Mum to save Mum cooking.
That's a good idea. And I'll tell you what, we'll go by taxi.
Now listen again.
So, this time next week you'll be 18.
I can't believe it.
Neither can I. You don't seem a day over 10.
Thank you.
Anyway, have you thought what you'd like for your birthday?
Well, I wondered whether I could have driving lessons.
But we don't have a car.
I know, but it would be useful to know how for when I have my own car.
But you're still at school. How could you afford a car?
But most people in my class are having driving lessons.
Well, maybe their parents can afford a car. There's no point in having lessons if you can't practice.
Maria says I can practice with her family's car.
Oh, so you've discussed it with Maria. And I wonder what her parents would say if they knew. Do you know how much car insurance costs?
Yes, it's expensive. But I could get a job on Saturday or Sunday and help pay for it. If I could drive, I could probably get a job more easily. You know, delivering things or taking people to places.
Yes. Why not? My daughter Sonia with her own taxi service. Where do you think you're going to get a car?
I thought I would drive other people's.
Look, I know you want to be like your friends, but it's not sensible to think of driving until you can afford your own car. Why don't I pay for you to have a lesson so that you can see what it's like? And if the day ever comes when I'm rich, I'll be happy to help you buy a car. Now, what would you like for your birthday?
Okay, Dad, you win. But I'd still like to begin saving. Anyway, until then, what I'd really like would be to go out to dinner with you and Mum to save Mum cooking.
That's a good idea. And I'll tell you what, we'll go by taxi.
That is the end of part 4.
Okay, so let's check your answer. Sonia like a car for her birthday.
You now have 6 minutes
Wow,
to
they are
check
so
and
rich.
copy your answers onto the...
Okay, so, no. Okay, so Sonia's smart friend Maria has her own car. It's their family car, correct. Sonia has talked to Maria about learning to drive. Okay, so Sonia offers to get a job at weekends, correct. So Sonia's father understands how his daughter feels. Okay, so Sonia suggests cooking a meal on her birthday. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's fine, not bad. Okay, so let's read the tape script. So then this time next week, you'll be 18.
Oh, come on. Why is so slow? Let it wait. Oh my God. I still have the way I can see Sonia and father and a little bit the first letter of each sentence, but I cannot see the whole one. Okay. So, who is the father? Who is
I
Sonia?
am. Okay, you are Sonia.
Okay.
Okay, so this time next week, you'll be 18.
I can't believe it.
Neither can I. You don't seem a day over 10.
Thank you.
Anyway, have you thought what would you like for your birthday?
Well, I wondered whether I could have driving lessons.
But we don't have a car.
I know, but it would be useful to know how for when I have my own car.
But you're still at school. How could you afford a car?
But most people in my class have driving lessons.
Well, maybe their parents can afford a car. There's no point in having lessons if you can't practice.
Mary says I can practice with her family's car.
Oh, so you've discussed it with Maria, and I wonder what her parents would say if they knew. Do you know how much car insurance cost?
Yes, it's expensive, but I could get a job on Saturday and Sunday and help pay for it. If I could drive, I could probably get a job more easily, delivering things or taking people to places.
Yes, why not? My daughter Sonia with her own taxi service. What do you think you're going to get a car?
I thought I would drive other people's.
Look, I know you want to be like your friends, but it's not sensible to think of driving until you can afford your own car. Why don't I pay for you to have a lesson so that you can see what it's like? And if the day ever comes when I'm rich, I'll be happy to help you buy a car. Now, what would you like for your birthday?
Okay, Dad, you win, but I'd still like to begin saving. Anyway, until then, what I'd really like would be to go out to dinner with you and Mom to save Mom cooking.
That's a good idea, and I'll tell you what, we'll go by taxi. Okay, so they'll go by taxi. Okay, so
So that means that she wants a car, but the dream is not comes true until she is over 18 or or she becomes an adult and she have driving lessons,
mm,
right?
yes, because she's just reached 18, and it's very impossible for her to afford a car because even his father cannot afford a car. Okay, so she has to wait for a little time to have her own car and learn how to drive too. Okay, so let's continue with our next lesson. Okay, so let's have the speaking part. Okay, so part one. Okay, so this is the part one now. Have you ever been
Oh my
abroad?
God. Come on, I'm still at the welcome to potato class. Oh my gosh. Why the internet today is so slow?
Okay, so this is the question. I will type it. I will write it for you. I will chat it in the chat box so that we can start. Okay, so the first question is, have you ever been abroad? Where have you been?
I'm still at the speaking part. The table.
Okay, so have you ever been abroad? Where have you been?
Okay. Of course, I'm 10 years old. I'm still studying in grade 5, so I'm not enough old to study abroad. But if I have to choose one country or city to study abroad in the future when I was in the when I was older than this, I think that I'll choose USA or UK so I can speak a lot of foreigner people. I can learn a lot about the language there.
Okay, so what countries would you like to visit and why? Okay, so what countries would you like to visit and why?
Okay. What countries would you like to visit and why?
Mm,
I think that, as I told you before, I'm not going to study abroad. So I like to study in the USA or in the UK so I can speak a lot of the foreigner people and I can know a lot about the foreign language there. But if I have to choose another one, I think Australia, maybe one of the three is Australia, Canada, or maybe New Zealand is pretty good right after USA and UK because that countries have beautiful places and also they use English pretty good, but USA and UK always has lots of more good things than those and they use more English than the others.
yes, okay. So now how about this one? What countries would you not like to visit and why?
I wouldn't know. There are very there are many countries in the world, and how can I say I like lots of them, but most of them I I don't like much. I like a little bit, but not too much. For example, um, some countries that I think I'll never go, like India or um, I don't think anyone else. Maybe Taiwan. I don't know, but some of the reasons because it's dirty, some reasons because of dry, some reasons because it is because of the people there is not kind and not helpful with each other. I think.
Oh, yes. Okay, so it's really depends on your choice. Okay, now part two. Okay, so the useful language, so making suggestions, response to suggestions, discuss alternatives, ask for opinions, giving opinions, express opinions, agree, disagree. Okay, so we already discussed this part. Okay, so now let's have the part two. Your friend's aunt is going to hold her birthday party next Sunday. Your friend want to give her a present. So talk about the different presents he could give her and then decide which could be the best. Okay, so here's a picture with some ideas to help you. Okay, so are you ready to answer? or
No,
it's still freezing?
um, it's still freezing.
Okay.
Okay, I see a part two. Wait me about 2 minutes to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Um, First one, you can see that a picture with a fake vase of flowers on a picture with a real vase of flower. Of course, a real one is better and it looks more nature. So that's why I will not choose the picture. Next one, think that um the our aunt is not going to learn to work anymore, and and our and aunts are getting older. So that's why the clock is not helpful as for work or for something. Cups of tea may be more relaxed. some pots maybe for cooking, but because because aunts are old, are pretty old, so cooking is not so good. It is for moms actually. So I think that we should choose a set of cups or a set of plants. But if I have to choose one, I would choose a pot of plants because first first of all, a set of cups maybe can be break because maybe 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 the cup of tea will be dropped on the floor. And the second one that um, this one we're not going to use for a very long time, but a pot of plants you when you looked it, it looks very beautiful and you relax your stressful. So I think that my family will gonna give them a pot of plants for the birthday.
Okay, so okay, so where are the suggestions? Where are the useful languages and that part? Okay, so from the first part, okay, so you have to say, okay, so okay, so of course, so since in the first part your friend wants to give her a present, so talk about the different presents he could give her and then decide which would be the best. Okay, so you talk about these kinds of presents, and then at the end of the day, at the end of your sentence, you choose this one, right? Okay, you choose the flower because it can help you relax, and it can help you relax. Okay, so now, okay, so you say it looks nature. Okay, so in you mean the painting, so it looks nature or it looks natural. Okay, so be careful with the words. Okay, and then another one, a set of cups. Okay, so you say a set of cups maybe can be break if we can we drop it on the floor, or we can say this cups of this set of cups this look fragile. Okay, it will be easily get broken if we accidentally dropped it on the floor, because we don't want to intentionally drop those um we want to intentionally drop those set of cups, most especially if it is a birthday present. Okay, it should be valued. And the next one we have, you relax and stressful. Okay, so it can help you relax. Okay, so it can help her relax and release release the stress she got from maybe from her day or from work, etc., like that, whichever the stress came from, or whichever the reasons may came from, because there are a lot of reasons for you to be stressed. Even your assignments makes you stress. Okay, and so she's getting old, so it can help her relax and release the stress she got from her day or from her work. Okay, so a set of cooking pans as well. Okay, okay, so this one. Okay, very good. Okay, okay, so if I can say, if I will respond your suggestion, okay, maybe I can say it's a good idea to give her a flower. It's because it's a stress reliever. You're right. It's a stress reliever for someone who is getting old, who is getting old. Okay, so it's their stress reliever. How about your mom? What does your mom's stress reliever? Danielle, what was your mom's stress reliever?
What is the
What is your
what
mom's
is
stress reliever?
what is reliever means?
Uh, how can she release her
Ah,
stress?
I know. Maybe she will put a makeup or she can smell the flowers, I think.
Wow. Okay, so that's your mom's way on how she can release her stress. Stress. How about you? How do you release your stress?
I think I'm going to watch TV.
You're going to watch TV and then just that you're just going to watch TV. Okay, no other things to do after a long day or after a stressful day. Okay, how about go walking with your brother or playing other things with your brother or doing sports so that you can release your stress. Okay, so Daniel, we were gonna stop on that part. So do you have any questions? Daniel, do you have any questions before we say goodbye to each other?
No.
No questions. Okay, so thank you so much, Daniel. You can continue your worksheets tonight. Okay, so
Okay.
goodbye.
Bye.